Hello and welcome. Apologies that I'm in this room for videos and things. It's very short term. I will be in my normal room and things at some point in the near future. I received this little product guide in the post and I thought I'd do a video, my sort of take on it. Still have all my knives, still got my knife collection. Thinking of buying a few knives this year, but obviously my other hobby has taken centre stage at the moment, so just purely because they're releasing things, many things, I'm really into that hobby at the moment. Yeah, so this came in the post about a week or so ago. It's Spyderco's 2016 Mid-Year Product Guide. I'm obviously on their mailing list somewhere. I think this is the first time they've done a mid-year product guide. There's some nice knives in here, and I think just because they're so successful and they're just bringing out more and more knives. I love how this sort of opens in this sort of like nice colour. Love it. It's sort of like a rainbow, isn't it? Brilliant. No purple though, is there? But oh well, maybe they'll do purple in the next one. But I love this sort of colour. Just wish they employed this in some of their knives maybe. It's double-sided as well. It's really cool. It shows the knife. I'm thinking that this is real size, which is awesome as well. And then on the back it tells you a little bit of information about them. Essentially, saying is that they're introducing new products every month. Once a year catalogue isn't enough, so it's basically a supplemental guide to introduce new products that weren't far enough along the production cycle to be included in their 2016 catalogue. I just want to show them in this like mid-year catalogue, which is great. So start off with this knife here. It's a flipper called the Advocate, or the product name is CT14TIP. It's 8 inches open. I've got some information here on the back. So it weighs 102 grams, which is quite nice actually. It's that 100 gram sweet spot. Full flat, plain edge. The handle's titanium. It's got the lock type. If you see the RIL, that's the Reeves integral lock, which is basically like a frame lock. Tip up carry, which is nice, made in Taiwan. It's a flipper. The steel is CPM M4. I'm very interested in this one, and it's basically Bradley's preferred M4 tool steel, and it's got 3D machined solid titanium scales. Yeah, I really like this knife. I like the design, I like the materials. Looks incredible, but unfortunately it'd probably be about 300 something pounds here in the UK. Then we see the Rubicon 2. It is the Rubicon, but it just looks like the scales are flat. It's still got the S30V, and if we see here, the scales are carbon fibre / laminate. The scales look flat compared to the sort of rounded Rubicon. Then we've got the magnitude, which, hey, that looks familiar. Looks very similar to the Rubicon 1, we're now calling it, well, Rubicon. Just a slightly different blade shape, and I really like that blade shape. I mean, of course I like the belly on the Rubicon, but the blade shape on this magnitude, it's very nice. I love the sort of spear tip it's going for. I love the sweep there on the blade. And this magnitude is based on Peter Carey's custom design. It's still got the S30V. It's got scalloped brown backspacer instead of the orange. It's a liner lock, much like this. Carbon fibre, made in Taiwan. Brilliant. So if you prefer that sort of steel and you don't like the orange, you prefer a more subtle brown, that's probably the one to go for. Then we've got the Euro Edge. I'm not sure where they get the name from, but this sort of looks like a dagger sort of knife, but you can carry it. Don't let first impressions deceive you. It's got a liner lock in there as well, and it's not a push to open knife at all. It says here Ed Shemp's Euro Edge. It's got S30V. It's sort of like a Swiss dagger style handle with skeletonized stainless steel liners, full backspacer. It pays homage to this groove in the blade, which was the secret and strength of lightweight Europe's best swords and daggers. That was the secret, to have these grooves in the blade itself. Then they got the Ouroboros, odd looking knife. I looked at the size of this. The blade length is 2.8 inches. It's got the compression lock, pretty much got the lock that the Paramilitary 2 has. It's got VG10 steel. I love how close up you can get on the blade with that massive sort of finger choil. A G10 scales though, and that's made in Japan. You got a Reinhold Rhino. Looks very much like a Rhino. I'm Wouldn't be surprised if they made a bigger one of these. And this one is G10 scales. You've got CTS BD1. I suppose that's going to be alright. That's made in Taiwan. Again, it's got the compression lock. So it's starting to bring out some more knives with the compression lock. You've got the Sage 5, which I only found out not that long ago that existed, or they were bringing out. And again, they donate a portion of proceeds of the sale of every Sage knife that you get to Alzheimer's, which is obviously excellent. Again, S30V, you've got carbon fibre, I think it's laminate, yeah, G10 carbon fibre scales, but this time it's got the compression lock, hence why you've got quite a few knives coming out with compression lock. So they've obviously been busy with them. So that's what this one celebrates. That might be a great one to pick up. Going to be exactly the same as the Sage 1, but just with a compression lock. Then you've got the Spyderco Chef with this LC200N steel. That's quite nice. It's got the frame lock on there, nice sort of gunmetal pocket clip. It's got quite a nice beefy blade with a huge belly on it. Apparently this LC200N is extremely corrosion resistant nitrogen based steel used by NASA for their ball bearings, so there you go. And again, not that heavy. You'd think that'd be quite heavy, but the blade length is, don't let it fool you, it's 3.3 inches, which is quite decent. It's only 108 grams though. And the handle is this titanium. Basically this Spyderco Chef is, they're saying that it's going to be a member of Spyderco's Salt series, which obviously use the H1 steel. Got this open backed handle, consists of 2 solid titanium scales. Really nice, I like the look of that. But again, I'll probably say that one's going to be £200 or £300. Jumpmaster 2, I really like the Jumpmaster 1, missed out on getting one. I might get one of these though. I love the serrations with H1. If you're new to H1, serrations are better really for H1 steel. They're actually, H1 steel with serrations is sharper than VG10 flat grind. We've seen sort of like Jumpmaster before, but they've given it like this leaf profile. I really like that profile of the knife. Then we've got the Sustain, which is another fixed blade knife, CPM 20 CV. This steel is apparently it's an advanced particle metallurgy stainless steel, which is renowned for its edge holding ability and extreme corrosion resistance. Unsharpened swedge as well. Machined. I love the leather sheath as well. Really nice blade. You could definitely use that bush crafting or something like that. I don't know if the handle would be long enough. Certainly a very useful shape of blade with a decent amount of edge on there. Then we've got the Junction, another fixed blade. This one's got the PSF27 blade steel, which is a high performance spray form tool steel, which is known for its ultra fine homogeneous grain structure and superior edge retention properties. They say it's gracefully curved belly, yep, that's great, and G10 scales, and then it's got this custom moulded bolter-on sheath, a little bit like the Shemrock. Yeah, so this is by Gail Bradley. You can probably see his sort of trademark blade shape as you could in the Bradley folder. And then you've got one bird knife in here, which is the Starling 2. This one's got a lock on it, back lock, and this steel is the 8CR13 MOV. I think most of the bird knives have the 8CR13 MOV, and it's got the G10 handle scales. It's another sort of nice little knife. And then you've got sort of like the summary of them all. I mean, the ones I really like, I like the Spyderco Chef, sort of like the Jumpmaster, and I like the Advocate. I like those. But tell me which of these are yours. If you've had one of these mid-year catalogues, I think they're a great idea. I think Spyderco should do this more often, every year, have a full catalogue and then a mid-year one. I think it's a great idea just to keep you interested and show you what's coming out. I mean, if you bought a knife at the start of the year because of the catalogue, or you've been waiting all year and then they bring this out, it might just fuel your motivation to get another one as well. So I love the colours as well that they use. That's it for my sort of like overview, I suppose, of this mid-year product guide. I'll try and get a knife review video out next week for you, and as always, I'm always on the hunt for new knives and things, so if you can suggest one, it's worth picking up. Obviously, put it in the comments below. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Take care.